Hey again, and welcome to another Clockify tutorial. My name is Julian Griffin, and in this video, we're gonna go over how to manage approval in Clockify for submitted time, expenses, and time off. So let's go ahead and jump right in. First, let's enable the approval settings located in your workspace settings and switch it on to activate it. Once activated, you'll have the option to customize the approval period to be weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly. To approve timesheets and expenses, go to the Approvals tab in the sidebar and you'll see the Pending, Unsubmitted, and Archive tabs. In the Pending tab are the timesheets that will need to be reviewed and then approved or rejected. For approval, you have a couple of different options. First, you can approve all submitted timesheets by selecting Approve All in the top right corner. You can also send a reminder for all admins and team managers to approve submitted timesheets where they will receive an email to request time approval. Or you can review the timesheets one by clicking on the pending timesheet. When you open it, you'll see a visual breakdown of total logged time, breaks, billable hours, any approved time off that has been a part of this timesheet, as well as total granted amount, costs, and expenses. This overview makes it easy to glance over pending timesheets to spot any misbalances right away. The individual time entries and expenses are listed below, so you can check them in detail. If you spot a mistake, you can correct it by clicking on the pen icon, editing details, and clicking Save. Or you can reject the submitted timesheet with a note to a team member about what needs to be corrected and confirm the rejection. Once the decision is made, the user will be notified via email. In the Unsubmitted tab are the timesheets that have yet to be completed and submitted. In the Archive tab, you can see all approved timesheets, which you can sort by date or user, filter by team or select specific people, or filter by status to show all, only approved, or only withdrawn. Once approved, time and expenses can't be edited by users, but admins will be able to withdraw the approval of time and expenses if there is a mistake on the timesheet. In the Archive tab of the Approvals page, click on the specific approved timesheet and then click Withdraw Approval. Now you will need to enter a reason for the withdrawal. Once approval is withdrawn, all the time entries approved by that request will become editable by admins in the detailed report, and expenses will be editable on the expenses page. And if the dates haven't already been locked using the timesheet locking feature, members who submitted the timesheets and expenses will be able to edit them. For audit purposes, the previous request will be saved forever in the Archive tab, so you can always reference it later in case of discrepancy. Clockify allows you to set permissions for who will be handling the approval and who will be notified about submitting timesheets and expenses. To manage who will be handling the approval, go to the Permissions tab in the Workspace settings and choose the option for Admins and Team Managers or Admins and Project Managers. When a member submits a timesheet and expenses for approval, the person responsible for it will receive an email notification. If team managers are in charge of the approval, they will get an email when a member of their team submits time. Project managers who have projects listed in submitted timesheets will be sent an email notification upon submission. Some timesheets can be partially approved if multiple people need to review them. So like, for example, if there are more than one project manager and more than one project. When you open those timesheets as admin, approved time entries will have a green check mark as approved and pending will have an orange icon signifying pending. This way, you'll also be able to spot if some managers need a reminder to approve submitted timesheets. Any rejected time entries will be open to re-edit, while approved entries won't. If timesheets are not locked, regular users will be able to submit timesheets multiple times for the same period, but each submission will be treated as an individual request. So if they add more time, they'll have to submit that time for approval again. In that case, the manager will be able to approve or reject only the newly added time, and the previously approved time remains. If an approved timesheet gets withdrawn by a manager, both the user and all of the admins will receive the email with the note when a timesheet is withdrawn, and the admins will be able to see which manager made the withdrawal when they open the timesheet in the Archive tab. The Pending tab also allows admins to remind managers to approve pending timesheets by simply clicking on the button Remind to Approve, and then sending the reminder with the email. In the Unsubmitted tab, you can see users who have logged time but forgot to submit timesheets, so you can remind them. If people forget to log time, you can set automatic reminders for the team page. For example, remind everyone who has tracked less than 40 hours in a week to enter their time. Clockify allows you to export details on the approval. In the detailed report, you can also see time entries that have been approved, and if you customize export here, you can also see who approved each entry and when in the exported CSV file. You can also filter reports by approval status, as well as add and edit time for others in case they made a mistake or forgot to log time. And finally, let's see how to approve requests for time off. Approval for time off is regulated directly on each time off policy and can be done by admins, team managers, or specific people. When a teammate submits a request, the person responsible for the approval will be notified via email, and they can either enter approve or reject the request. You can approve the request by clicking on Approve next to the request, or you can reject it by clicking on the three dots and then selecting Reject. Requests can be filtered based on their status as pending, approved, or rejected, as well as based on team members and dates. In case you need to review other team members' absences during some period of time before you decide to approve time off requests, check the Timeline tab and filter it to show specific people. This way, you know exactly who will be absent and for how long, so you can manage the time off approval quickly. And that's all you need to know for approval as an admin on Clockify. I hope you found this tutorial useful, and if you want to see more, you can always visit our website or check us out on YouTube. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.